What's up, educators, and welcome back to the Dash Podcast. I'm your host, Trey Gamage, and this is episode 198. We're fastly approaching episode 200, and every week our goal is to provide you with social emotional learning solutions for your school community. This week is no different. We'll be discussing the type of PD that you should be focused on in the summer of 2021. But before we get started, I want to take a moment to ask you to like and subscribe on my YouTube channel at Trey Gamage so that we can continue pushing out more podcast episodes, videograms, and also SEL lessons for PLC that will be contributions on SEL TV. If you want to learn more about SEL educators, visit our website, seleducators.com. You'll find our free course bundle and also access to our adult SEL coaching program coming out right here with episode 200. So excited for this coming in, and I'm really excited to discuss as well the type of PD that teachers and principals are looking for in the summer of 2021. Now, this was a great article that I had a chance to read from EdWeek by Elizabeth Hubeck. And Elizabeth did a great job of highlighting these areas of focus because it's not about the traditional cookie cutter, standards aligned, data driven PD that we've had in all of our years past. But it talks about how we need to move forward into person first, asset based professional development. I've been on this for some years myself, I feel like, ever since I was at the center at CEP, the Civic Education Project in Johns Hopkins University at the Center for Talented Youth. We worked in communities using a framework called asset-based community development. Only I've kind of tried to flip that on its head when it comes to education and training to say asset-based professional development. How can we focus on the strengths, the talents, and the skills that already exist in our community to strengthen our community? That's what I want to focus on this summer in PD. So the first step is to practice adult SEL so that our teachers can meet our students' social and emotional needs. We've had the training with academics. In fact, every teacher preparation program prepares students or prepares teachers to teach standards in class. But did you know only one U.S. state prepares teachers to present and provide SEL for students? Even the programs that do leave out two of the most critical factors of self-awareness and self-identity. But the research shows that when our teachers are more socially, emotionally competent, they build healthier and stronger relationships with students, have better classroom management skills, and are much better at implementing SEL with fidelity. Ultimately, this leads to a safer classroom environment and improved student social, emotional, and academic development. When we take time to use a platform just like ours, the only platform dedicated to adult social emotional learning, our teachers are able to build the skills to manage their own emotions before they support the needs of our. Number two, PD on students' social emotional needs. Again, our education system is lacking so far behind when it comes to social emotional learning. We don't even know to differentiate between student SEL and adult SEL a lot of times. Even today, right now, there's not much research on adult SEL. We've got a program at SEL Educators. Aperture Education has a program, and Second Step has a program coming out as well. Other than that, there's not much dedicated adult SEL. On the student side, yes, the curriculum is there, particularly with kindergarten through sixth grade. But middle and high school, curriculum's a little more shaky when it comes to middle and high school. But even more important, who is the facilitator? You have to practice what you teach. If you expect me to go into the classroom and teach my English standards, my social studies, and my math standards, why would I not understand my 5 social emotional core competencies depending on the framework that you use? Practice adult SEL, practice student SEL, so that we're not just building academic outcomes, but social, emotional, and academic outcomes. Number three, put teachers in charge of PD. Now, this one was really innovative and one that we'll have to think about how to integrate as well. But, PLCs and PD is a time where teachers really have a wonderful input. And you're in the trenches, you're doing the work. I've had to teach most of this semester, and this stuff is hard. There's minimal breaks, and you know what's extra and you know what's helpful. So if we allow our teachers into our summer planning process, that will ease the stress of our teachers to not have to guess what kind of basic PD they're going to be receiving. And it's also going to relieve the pressure of administrators from having to think about what kind of PD do we provide to our teachers throughout this summer. Let our teachers help us out. And that leads right into the fourth strategy for adult SEL, or you hear my bias there. Our fourth strategy for summer PD, and that is using our teachers' reflections. You should absolutely have an end of the year survey or assessment to get some feedback from your teachers about everything that's gone on this year, from classes to social distance to trauma to support to adult SEL to education to curriculum. Take that time to see what your teachers need, what they want, so that way we can embed what our teachers actually want into our summer professional development programs. Through these four summer PD strategies, you have student focused, teacher driven, and teachers and as trainers to help support continuous improvement throughout the school year. If you're looking for an opportunity to help plan your summer PD and you need help specifically with the SEL side, visit us at SEL Educators. We've got 3 courses available: SEL Foundations, Supporting Teachers to Impact Students, and your Adult SEL Self-Assessment that will absolutely get you through the summer before you try out a whole SEL coaching program. If you like this episode, take the time to leave a comment on the post, share it with your friends, and let me know which strategies you're most likely to use this summer. Episode 200 is coming real quick, and we're so excited for our guest, Education Powered. Once more, if you like this episode, share it. Thank you so much for joining us. This is The Dash.